Well, new at 10 and only on Denver 7, parts of the beloved Poudra River Trail are sinking.
This entire section is already washed out in Greeley, and Denver 7's Jennifer Kovaleski found out what's being done to fix it.
The Poudra River Trail is supposed to be 21 miles of well-maintained and paved pathways. But as you can see, parts of the trail are eroding, and this entire section has fallen in. And residents say the city isn't doing enough to fix it.
I think it is extremely scenic.
Longtime Greeley resident Arnold Buron skates along the Poudra River Trail every day.
Probably one of the nicest trails around.
But lately, it's become more difficult, and at points impossible.
Place for a bike path, not skatable though.
Buron says this entire section of the trail washed out several months ago, and the city has yet to do anything about it, other than mark it with cones and put in this dirt bypass.
It makes me feel frustrated. I hate to see a resource like this. If you look down at it, you see trash in the water.
It's sort of a surprise. It's been like that for, I don't know, a good couple months now.
In the river sits the slabs of fallen concrete and other debris. Buron believes all of it could have been prevented when it first started eroding after the September 2013 floods.
This is supposed to be funded by public money, and it's been neglected.
The Poudra River Trail runs from Greeley to Windsor, and the interim trail manager tells us at least 6 other sections are also in dire need of repair, so they don't end up washed out too.
Something needs to be done, and it needs to be done now.
The city manager tells us that they are working to get the money to fix the entire pathway. They hope to start construction on this wiped out section in the spring of 2017. But it's not going to come cheap. An estimate found it's going to cost more than $300,000. In Greeley tonight, Jennifer Kovaleski, Denver 7.